Hey, my name is Mike, and this is a too long didn't read guide for Mythrax and Uldir. Getting hit by the boss's abilities will put a permanent stacking debuff on you called Annihilation. It decreases your maximum health and deals damage every 3 seconds. However, green orbs will spawn around players. Collecting an orb will remove 2 stacks of Annihilation. If you don't have any stacks of the debuff and run over an orb, it will not be consumed, so don't worry about running over them. Ideally, the ones closest to the boss should be left for the tanks. Speaking of tanks, the main one should be the only one taking the frontal cone ability called Essence Shear. This will do a lot of damage and apply 20 stacks of Annihilation and make you incapable of spawning green orbs. Tank swap after every cone. You don't need to clear all your stacks before getting back on the boss, but try and collect as many orbs nearby as you can. Throughout the fight, the boss will turn and cast obliteration blast in a random direction. Move out of this. Try to stay spread out as best as you can because you will also spawn purple circles on random people. Anyone caught in this circle will be incapacitated and will need to take damage to be knocked out of the circle. If you're attacking this person, make sure your attacks are coming from the right direction, as that player will get knocked away from you. Try not to have multiple people bouncing this player around. Players inside this circle will get a stack of Annihilation every 2 seconds, and when they're knocked out of this circle, they do a raid-wide AoE, which is why spreading out is important. These circles stay up for a long time, so don't accidentally walk into them because you will become incapacitated. Imminent Ruin is a 12-second dot put on 2 random people, indicated by this purple cloud around you. Upon expiration, it deals raid-wide AoE, dealing less damage the further away you are from the raid. At 65 and 35%, the boss will run to the center of the room. After a few moments, he will turn black and take 99% less damage and deal damage to anyone close to him. Make sure to stay spread out until he goes black because he will spawn 2 more purple circles. Once he turns black, he will do a raid-wide AoE, which will cause a bunch of green orbs to spawn. Now is a good time to remove most or all of your Annihilation stacks. In this phase, 2 Naraki Destroyer adds will spawn on opposite sides of the room. Keep them apart as getting too close will reduce the damage they take and buff them. Interrupt their Void Volley ability or it does raid-wide AoE. Like Mythrax, they also do Essence Shear, so only the tank should be in front of them. Shortly after these 2 destroyers are dead, the boss will reactivate and continue phase 1. Before you get back on the boss though, you need to kill the visions of madness that have been spawning. Interrupt their Mind Flay channel as it does damage every second and slows their target. Also during phase 2, the boss will be shooting a beam in a random direction, so make sure not to stand in it. When Mythrax has 20% health left, green orbs will no longer spawn. Ideally, any remaining orbs should be left for tanks and healers. You can pop your offensive cooldowns when the boss reactivates after the second phase 2, or if the adds aren't an issue, you can pop your offensive cooldowns on the boss once the adds are dead. Defensive cooldowns can be used as needed. You'll definitely want to have them available once the boss reaches 20% health. That was a too long didn't read guide for Mythrax. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and have an amazing day.